yesterday I met with this sandwich owner, and he was talking about how like, oh yeah, I'm voting for Trump, and I was like, why is it? Oh, because he had more money in his pockets, 4 years ago than he did when Biden and Harris are here, which is
Mm-hmm.
immediate effective now.
Yeah, that is I mean, that is a true sentiment, right? It's like people generally did have more spending money back then that during the early years of Trump's presidency than compared to what we do right now. So yeah.
Well, I mean, I would say also our habits have changed a little bit. I feel like every single week I'm signing up for a new like monthly subscription. Like there's this Riverside FM that I'm signed up for. There's every single app has a monthly subscription. Every single website has a monthly subscription. Some people that I support in terms of like, streamers, video people, OnlyFans, they all have subscriptions. So it's kind of wild.
So you're saying
Stop.
you're spending more money?
I guess so. I mean, just
Is
because
that
the
what you're
nature.
saying? Is that what you're telling me? Is you're spending more money now than you did before?
Right now, it comes full circle to all of these bad habits that I have. I mean, I'm just trying to understand. It's like when did this whole like monthly model become such a significant thing? But and not only that, it's like that's what I find surprising. Okay, so there's these restaurants, right? That like say you go to on a regular basis, they don't have money, and then you have companies like Netflix that are constantly in the red,
What do you
and
mean constantly in
you're
the red?
well. I mean, I think like in they recently had made money. I think it was Q1, but for Netflix, they've always been in the red.
No, they
Yeah,
started making a profit a few years back, and then they started to make more profit by cutting off password or account sharing. And
yeah,
I think in that first quarter of doing so, they did see a rise in new subscribers. Um, but now they're seeing a decline.
in subscribers, right?
Yeah.
Well, and I've and then I can only go off of what people are telling me. I don't know any like past statistics, but um, like a lot of my friends now, what they do is they sign up for Netflix just to watch XYZ show, and then they'll cancel, and then the next like maybe Stranger Things comes on, then they'll subscribe, and then they'll cancel. You know what I mean? Because there's no penalization, there's no long term like subscriptions, there's no benefits to
Hmm.
like financial benefits to staying longer or shorter. So a lot of people just, you know, people just cancel.
They're just cancel. Yeah. I mean that's what everyone
Right.
does. That's what a lot of people do for all the streaming platforms.
Right. That's the only way to kind of, I guess, survive in
Well,
this
because
monthly.
there's so many different shows, and they're all spread out on different platforms. So for one, it's really hard to like keep a subscription for everything just for that one show. Like you may love like
Yeah.
10 different shows, but if they're all spread out amongst like 10 different platforms, it doesn't make sense to just pay a subscription for 10 different, or it doesn't make sense to pay 10 different subscriptions. Um,
Right.
yeah. I mean, that's what people
Well,
were doing with Game of Thrones, right? For
yeah.
HBO.
That's actually what I did for House of the Dragon. I don't even think I do. But the thing is, I have to remember to cancel it. I'm like, oh shoot, I gotta cancel it,
Oh yeah.
and I always forget that. I think there's a there's a service out there. I don't even know if you pay for it, but there's a service out there that turns on and turns off your subscriptions, which I think is a really great idea
So you have to pay
for me.
another subscription to do remove all your
Manager subscription.
subscriptions.
Yeah, no. I mean, I don't. That's why I don't know if you pay for it. I gotta check to see if it's actually effective, because even with that, it's like now I have like a billion passwords. So I have a billion passwords, and then I have a billion subscriptions, and I'm like, okay, well, is this canceled? And then some websites are really good at onboarding you onto a subscription. That I'm like, oh shoot. Then they make it so hard to cancel. Then I'm like, oh man. So I think a month like I want to see. I don't know what it is, but there's a monthly service that actually keeps track of your subscriptions, which I mean the hardest thing for me is that I have to offload that information onto that service, so I have to be using that service on a regular basis, which I probably don't because I'm just so busy.
Because you forget you have it,
Yeah, then you forget, right? So it's like, and then you're like, oh shoot, I'm supposed to cancel that subscription, and then you never do. You never do.
and that's how they get you.
That's how they get you. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I still have my Peacock subscription from the Olympics, and I really got to get rid of that subscription because there's nothing that I watch on Peacock. And then now all the videos are on YouTube for the Paris Olympics. I'm like, oh man, I should just cancel it and then go onto there because like in the beginning when they do the opening ceremony and they first do the Olympics, you don't get to see anything.
Well, and then now you guys just resubscribe again for the Winter Olympics, right? In a
Is
couple
that
of years.
on Peacock as well?
I don't know if it's gonna be on Peacock, but you have to. I mean, I'm saying you're gonna have to subscribe to something for the Winter Olympics.
Oh, I mean, I would only watch like figure skating, I think, on the Winter Olympics, and I don't know if Nathan Chen is not competing, then I don't care.
I don't know. I don't watch Winter Olympics either.
Yeah, see, so you don't have to worry about it. Well, and then that leads us
Oh,
to
maybe I do. Maybe I watched like one or two things. Like I really enjoy
bobsledding.
curling.
Oh, where they're moving the is it salt? Is it ice? It's ice, right?
It's on ice. Yeah.
Right.
They have the giant stone that you just glide across the ice, and then you have like two sweepers like sweeping the ice in front of it to make sure it goes to its destination.
In on television it looks ridiculous, but I can understand like why they would need to do that because you could have it like continue to slide as you're like scraping the ice over it. I guess that's entertaining. I mean, I think figure skating is probably the most popular. I only watch the most popular sports on the Olympics, so I mean, I think basketball is pretty popular from what I heard. But gymnastics is number one, the most number one watch sport represent, and same thing with the Winter Olympics. I think figure skating is the number one sport.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I ever watched skating.
I know the last competition I watched for skating was Michelle Kwan versus Tara Lipinski.
Michelle Kwan, that's like 90s.
Yeah,
that's like when I was a kid.
Yeah, and then I came back a little bit with Nathan Chen because he was pretty popular, and then
she's Michelle Kwan. She's a Hawaii hero.
Is she a Hawaii hero?
Oh wait, is she Hawaii?
She's not from
Michelle
Hawaii.
Kwan. Or am I thinking someone
California.
else? Oh wait, no, wasn't there a Michelle Kwan? I forgot.
Yeah, it was her skating career was very sad. I mean, just from my perspective, because I feel like she had whatever it took to win the Olympics, and then Tara Lipinski kind of came out of nowhere.
Sorry, this is not who I thought it was.
Who you're thinking it was?
I think it was Christy Yamaguchi.
Oh yes, Christy Yamaguchi is from Hawaii. I did actually meet her.
I got that mixed up.
Yeah,
she's Christy Yamaguchi.
She's definitely from Hawaii. I like Christy Yamaguchi.
I think that's the only time I ever pay attention to figure skating is when Christy Yamaguchi was in the highlights.
1992.
Was it 92? Oh man,
yeah, she was 92. I think Kwan them were 98.
I was like 2 years old then.
In 98?
No, 92.
Oh, yeah. I think Kwan was... It doesn't say exactly what Olympics she was in, but yeah, she was really solid. Like, her artistry was really strong. It's just that...
she won in 2002.
2002?
Yes.
I mean, she didn't win, right?
I don't know. It says medals. Figure skating at the 2002 Winter Olympics, women's singles.
Yeah. She captured the bronze.
Oh, still a win.
I guess, yeah. I mean, that's good. That's what's so funny because when I think about Suni Lee this past Olympics, she won the bronze and she was happy to win it because she had such a struggle going into her Olympic journey. Yeah, so 1998 Michelle Kwan won the silver medal, and 2002 she won the bronze medal.
So 1998 I was 8 years old. 2002 I was 12.
Oh my goodness. Well, now we're all living in the future and we're all
So okay, yeah, I do remember Michelle Kwan, but I for some reason I just remember Christy Yamaguchi more.
Oh, actually that was something that I felt would really resonate kind of with a lot of the listeners. um for the podcast was, people can feel a lot of nostalgia if we're kind of reminiscing back on like previous things that happened, like 1996, right? The Magnificent Seven, historic things like that. But I think younger listeners would also appreciate like knowing kind of what happened back in the days. I guess it doesn't have to always be about current
Why do you guys
events.
say back in the days? That makes it sound like it's ancient history.
I mean, I'm just looking at our hair, and it's like my hair is looking back in the days.
My hair has always been with white hair since I was in 3rd grade.
Yeah, not me.
So this is nothing new to me. I've been like this for my entire life, most of my
I know.
life.
I wonder, is that a like? I mean, that's a genetic thing, but I wonder if it happens mostly to Asians, or if it also happens to a lot of like I guess white people. That's all I can call them.
I don't know.
Because I noticed that I know my brother has it. Like he's completely white now, and he's only like 43 or 44. But the good thing is, at least you're not completely white.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that it runs in my family though. It comes from my mom's side, completely
Oh yeah, it
white.
comes
But
from my mom's side too.
yeah, I think that's where baldness, white hair, all that stuff comes from your mom's genes, and then you know. But actually, my black hair came from my dad's gene, and my sister actually she doesn't have too much white hair either. But actually, it's looking kind of good. My hair is looking kind of good. I mean, we talked about it at the last podcast or the last recording that we're always touching our hair. It's like always fixing our hair,
Well,
which is
I gotta get a haircut because mine's just getting very long. It keeps
yeah.
falling out.
What it keeps falling out.
Keeps falling
You're just
down.
pulling
Sorry, not
or
falling out.
falling.
Falling down into my
Okay, now you're
face.
really getting
It
old.
keeps falling, so I gotta keep pushing it back up.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
dating someone that really just didn't want them. They really didn't want to have a bald head. They're like, I'm so afraid of losing my hair. I'm like, I've never thought about that. I know that it's something that a lot of guys can be insecure about, but I don't know.
Just get a wig.
Okay, like the Don, like the Don.
What do you mean the
He
dawn?
Donald Trump.
Oh.
Doesn't he have a toupee, like an orange toupee?
Yeah, I guess I forgot about that. The
I know.
Don?
I
Is that
forgot.
what you guys call him? Is the Don?
No, I don't call him that.
Who calls him the
That's.
Don?
I mean, I think that's what people call him, right? The Don.
Who's everybody?
I don't know. Like, well, I mean, the View doesn't even say his name anymore. They just they refuse to say his name on air, and I wonder if it's because it's ABC. I know. MSNBC is very left leaning, but I didn't think that ABC was ABC News, but they're very left leaning, and so is actually maybe CNN is too. I saw a Forbes article today that came out, and when I read the comments, like they're very this is back to politics, I guess. They're very focused on positive comments about JD Vance. So I think about like I didn't realize like in this current age that news was so left or right.
What do you mean you haven't realized now?
I know I didn't realize until I was watching. I was like, wow, they're really biased. Like it's so much. I mean, was it always like that? Was the media always biased like that?
I wouldn't say always like that, but it's been like that ever since the Bush administration, really.
Oh, for real.
Mm-hmm.
It's been kind of a focus like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't notice it until this year, but maybe it's because I'm doing more media than I was before. So
Yeah, I mean, medias have been always like. I mean, I guess the biases themselves has been more severe lately. But I feel like there's always a certain tendency for certain media companies to be biased towards one side or the other. And I feel like that's been the case ever since
Bush.
the Bush administration, yeah, or near the end of it, really. All throughout the Iraq-Afghanistan war, then the Obama administration. Yeah. I mean,
Well,
I think it became really apparent when Obama started to run for office.
like the first term or second term?
The first term, yeah.
Wow. Well, it'd been good for him because he won.
Yeah, I think I noticed it like the moment is like when when people started to question if like Obama was American.
Oh, and they had to kind of support him and like, hey,
No, it's like they were all asking for his birth certificate.
I wonder what did he ever turn up his birth certificate?
Yeah. He showed it.
Oh, I don't remember. I guess that's me
Yeah, but
living.
I don't remember who it was that initially started the rumor. But then it kind of spread through
Was
media
it not
outlets.
Trump? Was it not Trump? I thought it was Trump.
Well, I don't think Trump started it. I mean, I know he like blasted it into the news.
Yeah, right. He amplified it. He
I know he
megaphoned it.
amplified it for sure. Yeah, he was like a big megaphone for it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember who started it. It was something that because I think it had something to do with the fact that like Obama. Actually, I don't even remember how it started. To be honest, it was so long ago.
Oh,
But I was like, this is so ridiculous. Like he's obviously an American citizen.
right. Oh, see, well, so they said Clinton didn't start it.
Why would Clinton start the rumor?
Well, just to
It yeah yes during the Democratic nominee primaries,
nomination.
but
Yeah.
yeah, but I mean that doesn't make any sense why she would start it. It doesn't. It just hurts the
Mm.
party.